Okay. So, something going on with my dog. So, he talking again. He's very vocal. I said any other time your ass be trying to gaslight me like you ain't got shit to say, knowing your ass got a whole lot to say. So, I know my house messy. I'm on a break. Shit. My son and my son's father, they've been out of town. So I've been chilling. Oracle messages. Ooh. I ain't been doing shit. I think they coming back today though. So I gotta clean up. I gotta clean up. I gotta clean up. So this deck got a card missing. This is my creator's deck though. They told me don't use that one. So you want me to use my herbal deck? Fine. That lover card keep popping up in all my decks. Okay. So, I believe I had to cut. My house looks so dirty. Child, do not be caring. Because I tell you, boy, motherfuckers act like I'm the goddamn maid. I got tired of arguing. I got tired of fussing about shit. So I said, you know what? We just gonna be the bigger person. As always. Because I'm not arguing with the idiot about about nothing. Where are my subconscious oracle cards? Where's that? Oh. And I mean, I've been wearing the same shirt. Because, I mean, I be walking around this bitch butt naked. So, if I gotta get on camera, I just grab my shirt. Okay. Okay, so where do we start, dear? Let's start with the subconscious. As soon as I pick up the subconscious, it's like something shot in the front of my head. It's like something just moved to the front of my head. So subconscious is what we are unaware of. What we are unaware of about ourselves. Okay, teaching. Okay, so either you are unaware that you are teaching, or you are unaware that somebody is teaching you, and it's in spirit. Okay, because this is the subconscious. It's what you are unaware of. So there's something here about trees. Okay, so you could have been in a past life. You could have been a tree. That's the longest lifetime. That's the longest lifetime anybody can have. But anytime that you incarnate on Earth, it's like you're just born different, because living that lifetime as a tree, that shit never dies. Okay, so you're very rooted. Even though you're very rooted, you are able to grow and evolve. Okay? I don't think I'm gonna do these big pussy energy cards. I pulled them out. You want me to do these cards too? Oh my goodness. Well, this is for the feminine. This is for feminine energy. So feminine energy boost, how we can heal more of the feminine, man or woman, doesn't matter. So with that tree too, tree can represent stubborn. Okay? Cause I mean trees, they don't break. Palm trees bend, but they don't break. But it's just like, bitch, I'm not a palm tree. I'm not bending. Okay? Trees are all about growth. You know, trees cannot move. So, you know, they grow. So, you know. So it doesn't matter where you're rooted. It doesn't matter where you are. It's just in your nature to grow. And you know, trees, they house insects, they house animals, you know. Shit. Okay. Honoring the unique self mantra. There's no one else in the world like me. Let yourself be seen. Today's mantra. I am my own unique force. I am never before and I am never again. You must be deep as hell, because I don't know. I can't grasp that. I can't grasp that. What that mean? I am never before and I am never again. That's kind of like saying there's no ending and there's no beginning. It's all infinite. But don't let me overanalyze the shit. Definite definite body love. Okay. So what I pick up from that, well, maybe you're just dealing with things, you know, with your body. Um, I mean, that's what I pick up from that. But the message is that you are so much more than your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the body does attract, but you're so much more. You're, you know, so somebody's talking to me. So they're saying that, you know, people want to be around you, people want to get to know you. You know, my thing is, secretly, yes, it is personal, but people see your gifts, people see what you bring to the table, people see what it's all about when it comes to you. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck are you seem like a deep person? Why the fuck are you worried about the body anyway? You should already know that, you know, the body is an illusion. You know, like, well, it is nice for you to stay grounded. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm an artist. I love flaws. So you know, I understand that the flaws is the flaws, the disabilities, whatever. Um those are all like gems. That is what makes you unique. That is what makes you stand out. You know, I deal and help people a lot with their insecurities. Okay, so I mean, I'm a Cancer. By nature, we're insecure. You know what I mean? So it's up to Cancer, you know, within their evolution to overcome insecurities, understand them, and then be able to help other individuals understand them too. You know, you know, it's like when you're doing your own thing, when you're by yourself, and you're loving on you, you're loving on you. But then you'll notice, like, sometimes when you meet somebody else, then you kind of start picking yourself apart because you feel like you should be more. I go through that too, but my thing is that, well, if that's important to him, then fuck him. You understand? Because obviously he not the one. Because I'm not going for that shit, but it's not about me. It's not about me. Okay? But I'm just saying, you have too much to give. You have too much to offer. You are too much of a blessing to other people to be fucking worried about something as low as the fucking physical. As long as your ass can get out here and do what you gotta do, who cares? Like, I don't pick up that you're disabled in any way. You got your legs. I pick up that you can walk. You don't need an aid to get you up out of bed. you know what's up with him? He has a dark side. He's very controlling, possessive. Okay, well, I mean, so what? He sees that as a problem. It can be a little bit of a problem. He can be a little dangerous with it. He the type of he the type of man want to fatten his woman up so don't nobody else want her. Oh my goodness, he's funny. He is so funny. But they say that the time is like a calling. That the time is now. Like, you know, you're. I don't want to say what you're supposed to be doing, but that's what they are saying. They're saying you're supposed to be out here in nature. You're supposed to be performing ceremonies. You're supposed to be, like, putting a community together. And in a past life you were an occultist. So you had an occult. And a part of, ooh, I'm getting chills now. We getting deep, right? So in a past life, it's like, you know, you may not have been the nicest leader, okay? But this lifetime, so it's kind of like you had to incarnate as a tree. You had a very long lesson, a very long time, a very long something to learn. So now within this lifetime, it's your time to do things over. This is kind of like your second chance to make it right or something. Okay, you're gonna find a lot of success. You're gonna find, you know what I'm saying, like, your peoples are just like, you know that we got you. You don't have anything to worry about, like, because maybe with you being so controlling, you may be kind of like real protective over yourself too. But be careful, because sometimes with being too overprotective, you kind of get triggered into the fear. Now you fear everything. I know some covens and stuff like that. They go so deep. Like, motherfuckers be trying to make you scared to use the fucking bathroom. It's just like, damn, it's like you're telling me I got to worry about everything in my fucking life. And the thing is that it be a lot of these crooked, corrupt motherfuckers that be doing like little petty shit like this to people. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Just spiritual bullies. So in the past, you may have been a bully to your people or people in general. So it's kind of like, so you were actually like a god. Okay, because in mythology, all of the deities, the gods, the goddesses, when they were disciplined for misusing their power, it was taken away from them. So it's kind of like in a past life, that's what happened to you, and you reincarnated within a tree. And that was a very long lifetime for you. Okay, so this lifetime, you know, it's starting to come together for you. I think that you're feeling it. I think that you're picking it up. But you're not necessarily trusting your intuition, because maybe, like I said, you want a little too much control. Okay. um you're gonna bring in you're gonna bring in people who need you, people who appreciate you. You may have had a lot of experiences to where you know you have been dealing you or you have dealt with individuals, and it's kind of like most of these communities out here, that should be full of drama. It be full of drama. Then you got people that be clicking up in little cliques and shit. And there's so much within a community. And then motherfuckers start to lose sight. They start to lose sight, of the bigger picture of bringing the community together. So you may have dealt with that, or from your observation, you may just see how people, human behavior is, how people are, but you know, and it's not like a grind, like every month, every so months, you may do a retreat, or you may do rituals, ceremonies, blessings. Well, how much can he do? Well, it sounds like you're a magician. It sounds like you got a lot to work with. You know, Sometimes people, my thing is, the people who value it, the people who need it, they will come. You know, maybe you want to be like real big or some shit like that. But it's like, that's when you're going to start attracting and bringing in the wrong people, and their intentions are not going to be aligned to what it is in which that you are offering. The goal is to stay focused on the mission within what you're doing. So if people need healing, staying focused within that healing. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not going to have a whole crowd of people, but the people that you have, that you bring in, will matter. You know, I'm picking up that the chosen will come to you. You know, Individuals who are about this life for real, not just average people who are curious and want to take a sneak peek and to see what's going on. No, you're going to be dealing with official individuals, like God chosen individuals. People are not going to come to you. It's not just going to be anybody coming to you. These people are going to be chosen. People have to be chosen to step to you. You cannot deal with just anybody. You're going to be okay. If you're worried about things financially, or if you're worried about being in control of things, you know well, you should already know that with your spirit team, you ain't fully in control. But I just feel like with the big pussy energy cards, though, it has a lot to do, with the body, you know. But I keep telling you, you're so much more than that. As long as you take care of your body, you're not walking around here with shit up your ass all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not out here, like not taking showers for days at a time, like you just not letting shit pile up all over your face. Like, you're taking care of yourself. Groom. It's all about grooming. Honoring yourself. You are the shit, and you need to know that. And it's nice that you have a little insecurity, because that kind of keeps us humble too. You know what I'm saying? And that's a way as to how, that's the beautiful thing about insecurity, is because it will keep you humble. You know, you just can't let it be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Cause I mean, how would you feel if somebody were that way towards you? Like you're amazing, and you meet some crazy ass woman, and it's just like you can't even be just a great guy to the waitress, you know. Ooh, I'm just that shit kind of triggered me a little bit, cause so you know, cause sometimes I be having to think about how I'm going to respond and react in situations that are challenging, with dealing with a man and then a woman on the outside. You know what I'm saying? Cause my thing is that I wouldn't want nobody acting that way towards me. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go somewhere, and then it's kind of like you got a nice waitress and she's being very polite, but then you got this rude ghetto monger, and she got an attitude, and she feeling some type of way about you looking at the waitress or talking to the waitress or something like that. Now the thing is that sometimes it be in the back of people's head, right? Because when people know how great and amazing you are, they want you to themselves. They want to, they're just like, I hope she don't see how great he is. But then that's fucked up though, right? Because his greatness, it deserves to be great. And if you can't support that, it's kind of like you got to go. And if you got issues with that, then you need to talk to that man about those issues. You know. But then it's kind of like, I mean, if you think about it, I'm just speaking like from a woman's point of view, though. It's kind of like, don't you want to see, your man being kind to people, rather it's a woman or rather it's not. He has to work with people. There may be a woman that takes an interest in him, and she may want to do some great things for him or with him, that will accelerate him to another level. You know what I'm saying? Do you want him to miss out on that opportunity, something in which that would make him so happy? Do you want to do that to him? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't be a supporter, because sometimes it gets hard. So if you can't be a supporter, it's like, then just exit left. Don't be trying to hold nobody back in their life. And I know sometimes, well, what if he do this and he forget about me? And he's fucking around, he meets somebody else. It just won't meant to be. You get to see who that man really is. You know what I'm saying? We have to stop looking at shit like we're taking L's. We're not taking L's. You know? It's good. Who's to say, if that man had it all and you came into his life, you probably wouldn't be able to see him. He would have more to work with. You see what I'm saying? And your ass will be getting played for a long time. really wasting your time. Be happy when somebody show you who they are, rather it's fucked up or rather it's not, because they're giving you a choice. This is why you have to respect the truth. You may not like the truth, you may not like what somebody else has to say. Oh, ooh, child, when people be honest with me, I'm so sensitive, that should be hurting my feelings. But once I get out of my feelings, I'm just like, you can't do nothing but respect somebody who's honest with you. Now, if they got a whole bunch of fucked up ass opinions, it's kind of like, oh no, I don't want to hear all that. I can be very opinionated sometimes, and my opinions, my opinions don't mean shit, But it's not about me. It's not about me. Okay, but I'm just saying. So with me giving that example with you as a man, you know what I'm saying? Now it's a little different. I'm gonna tell you it's a little different when it comes to a man and a woman. I don't know what it is, because men, they just have this like bro code. So for one, with a woman, she should not be so openly like flirtatious with you, especially if y'all are out on a date or some shit. She should not be doing that. Her attention should be on you, so you need to be paying attention to that. So if a guy comes over and he's friendly and he's nice, you see her smiling, she's being polite, that's not a threat. Let her be polite. You don't want people to see that you're out with some insecure ratchet ass motherfucker, you know that don't know how to connect with other people. You don't want that. you know she's a nice woman and she has her boundaries. The waitress, he may be a nice looking guy, but she's not worried about that guy because she's here with me. She chose me. There are a million other men in this world, and there's beautiful people everywhere. She chose me. There's something special about me. And don't get in your head, because men be getting in their head. They really... Look at that shit. Hold on. Oh, that was my dad. I'll give him a call back later. So anyway, what is up with the Gemini vibes? Okay, so damn, I forgot what I was saying. My thing is, like I said though, she chose you. And it's kind of like, bitch, don't choose me. I mean, I don't know. It's, just don't get all in your head and start being pessimistic, and every little thing that she do, you overthinking and overanalyzing it. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be in your head. I don't feel like the vibe is right. I don't feel like the vibe is there. Look at you. Why are you over there doing that? I feel something manipulating. Something ain't right. I'm not answering that call. Let me make sure it's my dad, not my son. Wow. So the second time is my son. So let me call him back. I'm gonna call my son in 30 minutes. If he call me back. Something don't feel right. He pick it up too. Cause he started doing some crazy shit over there. He started Alright, but anyway. So anyway. So so yeah. But like I said, just don't be overthinking. Allow yourself to have a good time. Like, even if you could kind of pick up that bitch on some other shit, you know, don't even pay it no mind. Don't allow it to bother you or to disturb you. Keep it. Remember, it's her loss. It's not yours. Anybody who cannot see your worth, your value, it's their loss. Trust me, you got a lot that you're working with. It's hard for people to see the bigger picture of who you are. So sometimes motherfuckers gotta step back. They need some distance. And I'ma tell you, when they see that picture in full HD, that's when they come running back. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Okay. So let's get into your higher intuition. My son may be calling me to tell me that they on their way back. Which means that I gotta hurry. I got 2 hours to clean up. Okay, it says go the extra mile. So that is what your higher self wants to communicate to you. So the spirit animal up here is an elephant. Elephants represent compassion. This is what I'm saying. Like, you're big. You're big. You're larger than life. My thing is that I feel like you could have a lot of people. There's a lot of people who want you, but you may be picky. Okay? So in being picky, that kind of, limits your options, but shit, ain't nothing wrong with being picky. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, let me text him, because it's bothering me. Well, I'll just tell him I'm going to give it 30 minutes, like I said. So, anyway. Oh. I know how you feel, though. Cause, I just be like, cause why is my dad calling me? Is it important? I know it's not important. He gaslighting. He up to something, ain't he? He up to something. No. He's up to something. Anyway. Anyway. Stop interrupting me. Oh, so I was about to tell you about myself. Like, sometimes when I meet a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, I got a little butt. He ain't gonna, I be like, he ain't gonna want my little booty ass, and then my breasts. Me personally, I like chest. I like breasts, right? And I mean, my breasts are not the biggest, but I love breasts. So, I'm just, I'm like my little titties, and then you see the women, with these big old butts. And most men, they like them big old butts. So now it's kind of like damn, like now I got to be worried about him looking at somebody else butt and possibly imagining what it's like fucking that butt. You know what I'm saying? Like thinking about the experience with her. So that should be pissing me the fuck off. Oh, you gonna hear about it? I'm sorry, I can't hold it in. I can't hold it in. My thing is that I'm gonna communicate, because when I get triggered, that should be making me sad. I'm gonna be like, I saw you looking at her, but do you wish you could be with her or something like that? Like, I'm transparent like that in my relationships. I forget that he's with me, that he chose me, but that is the trigger. And I feel low for being vulnerable like that, because I feel like I don't want sometimes I don't want to see I don't want him to see me sweat. You know what I'm saying? That's what the ego be that's my ego be saying. I don't want that motherfucker to see me sweat. But I mean, what I have learned is that I must be myself wholeheartedly. I must be myself wholeheartedly. It doesn't make me mad. It makes me sad, because then I feel like I have to compare myself to another woman. And then, I'm just like, I hope he's not having sex with me and thinking about that big butt in his head. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm being serious. You see, people ain't gonna say that shit. But I mean, hey, is I got to say something. And sometimes when a woman makes herself, anybody makes themselves too vulnerable, it gives their person kind of like a one up, or it gives them leverage. You know what I'm saying? Well, good, because I want to see what you're going to do with my vulnerability, because I'm devoted and I'm fragile. And if you're not delicate with that, if you're not going to be careful with that, if you're not going to value or appreciate that, well then fine. We can take our small booty and we can take our small titties and then we can go elsewhere. You understand what I'm saying? Because people will use your vulnerability. Sometimes men be doing that, it be boosting their ego or whatever like that. My thing is, well, I mean, obviously, if my vulnerability assures you, obviously you was dealing with some insecurities too, and you weren't willing to talk about it. It took for me to open the fuck up for you, to get your reassurance. Oh yeah, baby, I'm a deep sister. So my thing is that I'm paying attention because I know the signs. A man is not going to build his self-esteem based off of my insecurities. And a lot of people go through that in relationships and they don't even know that is happening, because you can't get it. You don't know what somebody is thinking. Oh, but I do. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna pick up on it. Because sometimes men will choose a woman who they know is insecure, because it's kind of like, well, a lot of the times people don't know how beautiful they are. So, people are just like, oh, they're easy to take advantage of, or oh, they're insecure. They don't know how beautiful they are. So since they don't know how beautiful they are, then, I always have that emotional control over them in dictating how they feel about themselves. You got to be careful out here. Absolutely. But my thing is, even with all of that, I'm not scared. I'm going to say something. Because I know my spirit guides will fuck your ass up. So I feel like I ain't got shit to be afraid of when it comes to me being me. You know, because I'm not going to get mad about that shit. It's going to make me sad. And that be a lot of people problems. Because people, the first thing they revert to is anger. No, you're sad. You're not angry. You tell yourself that you're sad. You tell yourself that you're angry because that's that ego. Because you want to be all of that. Right? So then when you see him looking at somebody else, it's kind of like, ooh, I'm not all of that then. If he gonna take his eyes out. Well, he has eyes. You know, he's gonna look around. It just so happens she has a big butt. Now, if he's like staring at the shit, it's just like, oh, come on, brother. You really gonna be that disrespectful? Oh, the nerve. Pick and choose your battles. And make sure, if you're going to fight, make sure you're fighting for the right thing. You're fighting for the right cause. So anyway. Okay, so we'll go the extra mile. You know, be compassionate. You know, maybe be compassionate. Be understanding. You know what I'm saying? This is what will help you to open up your mind more too. And then you can open up yourself more and people feel, you know, create that sanctuary. You know, your body, who you are the house. You are the sanctuary. So when individuals step into your sacred space, when they step into your sanctuary, give them sanctuary. Give them understanding. They want to be understood. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be criticized. They don't, want to feel bad. Because they need you. And I know for some people, sometimes you get tired of dealing with people issues. You know? So you must set your boundaries. The sanctuary is not open 24/7. And then this gives people space and time to work on their own issues instead of seeing you as something that they always got to come to whenever, they got problems or some shit. So, you're balancing out yourself and your relationships. So, we're going to get into your spiritual alliance. What spiritual alliance do you have? Spiritual alliance. Opal crystal. Okay, so opal crystal, in case nobody know, it's a colorful rainbow crystal. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so when it comes to this crystal, the question is, what small steps can I take to raise my vibration. Okay? Hold on. What else am I picking up from that damn card? So it's kind of like whatever I give to the universe gives back to me. Okay? So, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. This is why you need somebody who's going to support you. You cannot deal with motherfuckers who are going to have you trauma bonding. You cannot deal with individuals who are going to have you in an insecure state. You need somebody who's always going to help you, support you, and feeling good about you. Oh, I'm kind of raunchy. I need to take a shower. Ooh. I understand. I understand, and it's a beautiful feeling too when somebody kind of deal with insecurities too, and they open up. Y'all could just open up that conversation, go deeper into what the two of you really like and love about each other, appreciate and accept about each other. Go ahead, bust that open, you know because there's so much that goes unsaid within relationships, but there are so many opportunities that present itself for us to crack that shell open. You know, and you strengthen the bond in a healthy way. Okay, so what's this Ace of Pentacles? Ace of Pentacles, so this is a manifestation. You have Eight of Wands in reverse. You have Suspended Person in reverse. Five of Wands. Four of Cups in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles. Thank you. So sweet. Somebody says you'll do well. You will do well. I may have to cut the reading because my dad keeps interfering. I can pick up on him. I can hear his thoughts. What is he up to? Why is he worried about that? It's so intrusive. Should we do the tarot? Okay, well, I'm going to finish up the tarot reading, okay? So the thing is that you got the Five of Wands, you got the Ten of Pentacles, and the crown position, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay? So you know that you are a gift, or maybe you know somebody else is a gift, maybe you know that you're receiving a gift, maybe somebody else knows that you're receiving a gift. Okay? Follow your excitement, okay? Sometimes we'll start something that we're excited about and then we'll end it. Well, that's okay, because it's kind of like the universe is giving you breadcrumbs, because it's kind of like they know that coin, that coin is what will get your ass moving. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you're not just going to come to the coin. So it's kind of like they're putting down like little breadcrumbs. It's like a little path, a little trail for you to follow. Okay, 222. The number 222 is about building partnerships, structure. So there are going to be things, there's going to be some things going on with test and trial. This also, the twos, they break down into six. Okay, relationships. Okay, so building stronger, healthier relationships. But I feel like this has something to do with employment. Okay, so maybe if you're about to establish a business of your own, employing other people and building those relationships, or it can have something to do with you at work. Maybe you're about to climb the ladder, maybe you're about to go up. So, you know, having to balance out those personalities, because some people will be happy for you, some people will be secretly envious or jealous of you, some people are not going to know how to feel about you. So it is, you step into the catalyst, you know um you unbothered, and however people deal with you, treat you, whatever, 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 is kind of like, just, understand that you are not their problem. They have a problem, you're not the problem. Okay, because you got the Ten of Pentacles here too. So, the Five of Wands, I know he ain't trying to act like he insecure and he got all these people trying to compete for him. He funny. They're competing for him. Yeah. Okay. So the thing is that, I don't know, I feel like as a man, enjoy the attention. You know, um, you know, you need to know that you are wanted, you are desired. Because sometimes when it comes to one woman, you may feel like, I don't know why she want me. I don't know why she's interested in me. Blah blah blah. So, you must have other experiences. Right? Cuz one woman wanting you, you're just like, she's full of shit. I don't know what she wants, blah 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 blah. But then when you start noticing other women want you, you'll start being like, you know what? Maybe I am hot shit out here. Maybe she won't just trying to fuck with me on no stupid shit. Maybe she really sees something in me. Yeah, maybe she does. So you have women that are competing over you. I don't see you entertaining it. I don't see that you know it's nice to know that you are desired. You need to know that. Okay, but it looks like with the Ten of Pentacles here, that's where you're focused. You're focused on your stability, you're focused on your home. The home is beautiful, it's functional, it's peaceful. That is your sanctuary. Okay, so I mean, you know, uh, at the same time, with these women competing for you, they're also transferring their energy to you too. So you may energetically, emotionally, you may be picking up on the competition. You're picking up on the combativeness between individuals as well as yourself. Okay, and when I say as well as yourself, it's just, you're empathetic. You are absorbing it. But there's something, if you put your focus, you keep your focus on what keeps you grounded, then you won't have to worry about that. You understand what I'm saying? You can stay at peace and be focused, you know, because something new, you got this new beginning. It's a new soulful beginning, full of depth and substance. Okay? The gift of inspiration. You know, you don't have to be all high vibe and all live to be inspirational. You are a soulful person. You touch people, you inspire people in a deep way that a lot of individuals are craving. So, you know, you driving these women crazy. They see how different you are. So you need to see it too. You need to see what's good with you. So when you meet a woman, you don't just start getting in your head thinking that she's trying to play you or something. She actually like you. You know? And my thing is that, like I said, you a hot commodity. These women, they child, they trying to get next to you. They trying to fight for your attention. So the thing, it's like the monkeys. This is the monkey mind. You know, they just want attention. You know? So feed the monkey the banana. It's that simple. Don't worry about why they want this shit. If you could give it to them, just give it to them. You know, these women want attention. They want your attention. Ooh, they want all that man acknowledging them, seeing them. You know, it's, you know, but shit, you don't got to entertain anything that you don't want to entertain. But it does sound like the entertainment will continue to commence. Okay? I got to figure out what's going on with this. Something don't feel right. Then it's like 2 days after the holiday. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Alright, so we're going to end it there. Till the next time, my dears. Love you. Take care.